Okay, so we're going to go over 6.6, which is multiplying binomials. It's a review of section 6.5. So everyone should do very well on it as long as they got their 6.5 done. So if I look at example 1a, I'm given x plus 4 squared. Okay, in order to do this, we cross off the square and we rewrite x plus 4. Because x plus 4 squared means x plus 4 times x plus 4. Everybody follow so far?
You watched it Super Bowl last night?
Okay, so then we have to FOIL. So first times first. So x times x is x to the second. X times 4 is 4x. 4 times x is 4x. And 4 times 4 is 16. Very good. What do I do with these middle two terms? We combine them, okay? So the x squared stays the same.
2x plus 16.
Plus 8x, 4x plus 4x is 8x, and then the 16 stays the same. So x squared plus 8x plus 16.
You told me that it would have been
Do you just distribute the square? Sometimes that works. And this one it doesn't work. So just write them out like this. That's what worked on that problem. Okay, so let's do another one. So 3x plus 2y squared. You cross off the squared, and you rewrite 3x plus 2y. Okay, so let's FOIL. So 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 2y is 3 times 2 is 6. Then we have an x, and we have a y. So 6xy. 2y times 3x is 6xy. So 2y times 2y is 4y squared. Okay. So we'll combine our middle two terms. The 9x squared stays the same. 6xy plus 6xy is 12xy. Very good. And the 4y squared stays the same. Not so bad. That's it. Just like what we've been doing. Alright, so if I look at C, 4 plus x squared squared. Cross off the squared and rewrite 4 plus x squared. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times x squared is
4x.
x squared times 4 is
4x squared.
And x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. Very good. Now we combine our middle two terms. 16 stays the same. What's 4x squared plus 4x squared? 8x squared. And the x to the 4th stays the same. Make sense? Everybody's following? Yes? Okay. So that's what you do when you have a squared. You're also going to look at some problems like these, which are called the difference of two binomials, because one is a plus 6 and one is a minus 6. So they're called the difference of two squares, or the difference of two binomials. Okay? When you see the difference of, it means that one's positive, one's negative. Okay. Okay, so we're still going to FOIL like normal. So x times x is x squared. X times a minus 6 is minus 6x. 6 times x is 6x. And 6 times negative 6 is times negative 36. Okay? So you get here once you FOIL. Then we have to combine our middle two terms. So the x squared stays the same. What's a negative 6x plus 6x? What's negative 6 plus 6?
0.
0. So those cancel. And then I still have this minus 36. When you're looking at the difference of two squares, where one is positive, one is negative, and they're the same number, like 6 and 6, then they'll cancel. Your middle terms will always cancel. So if your middle terms aren't canceling, you did something wrong if it looks like that kind of problem. Okay, so let's do one more. So first times first, so x squared times x squared. Okay, then outside times outside, so x squared times minus 2y. Okay, 1 times negative 2 is negative 2, then I have an x squared, and I have a y. So minus 2x squared y. Okay, then inside times inside, so 2y times x squared.
2x.
Okay, so 2x squared y. You just put it in alphabetical order, so x comes before y. Because it's easier to read off. It's just rule of 20. And then 2y times negative 2y.
Negative 4y squared.
There you go. Negative 4y squared. Okay. So when we combine our middle terms, negative 2x squared y plus 2x squared y is 0. Those cancel. Those should always cancel if you're doing it right when it's a problem that looks like that. So x to the 4th minus, I know, I kind of started to write it 2, and then I tried to turn it in, see, I tried to, man, and x to the 4th is killing me. Alright, so x to the 4th minus 4y squared. Okay, does that make sense, or we want to do one more? One more, okay.
Make this one more.
What's going on? Come back here. Okay, so 7 plus n times 7 minus n. We know it's the difference of two squares because we have this plus n, and then we have a minus n. They're two different symbols, okay? One's positive, one's negative. That's how you know it's the difference. So we're going to take first times first. So 7 times 7 is? 49. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times a negative 1n is?
Negative 7.
Okay. Then a positive n times 7 is positive 7n. And then positive n times negative n is, we're multiplying. So this is like a positive 1 times negative 1, which is?
Negative 1.
Okay, and n times n is?
Squared.
So negative n squared. Oh? Okay, and then what happens to this negative 7n plus 7n? They cancel out, so I'm just left with 49 minus n squared. Okay, so I'm going to work on this the next 2 days. Today your goal is to get through number 20. So page 437, 1 through 20, that's your goal. Then we're going to work through 21 through 38 tomorrow. If you get through 20, just keep working until you get done.